I would say the highway driving versus urban driving is a different game, and there are pros and cons for driving on highway versus driving on the surface street. The biggest difference that I see would be the liability determination.
Mm,
And I think that is the key. And it is actually a more obvious thing or the more important thing for truck driving because people talk about the mass of the truck. But simply because of the mass of the truck does not allow the truck to stop immediately or does not allow the truck to dodge the bullet. If there's an accident, liability is always the first thing to think about.
yeah.
And in order to build an autonomous driving truck, we are here to minimize liability. And we acknowledge that in certain scenarios, trucks cannot dodge bullets, especially for like having a passive hit by others.
Yeah.
And in highway driving, this type of liability determination is much more clear than the robotaxi in urban street. You don't have that in urban, but in highway driving, yes, that's much clearer. And that's a
Mm,
very helpful thing for autonomous trucking on highway. But on the other hand, I think urban driving, there's a lot of other challenges. For example, the scenario is more complex and it requires immediate reaction. If I'm making an analogy, I would say highway driving for truck is more like playing Angry Bird. You aim, you shoot, and there's very little thing that you can do in the middle of it. There is
got it.
some, but not a lot. But for a robotaxi driving on urban street is more like a street fighter. You
Mm.
have immediate action and reaction, action, reaction.